Okay, let's do speaking practice now. Class IELTS 39. So we're supposed to do speaking practice now, and topic part 1, topic number 23. 23, okay? It's about barbecues. You know barbecues, right?
Yeah.
Burning of meat and then eat it in front of the garden with a lot of friends, you know. It's called barbecue for a reason. Barbecue. Okay, so Mr. Trung, do you remember the last time you had a barbecue?
Yeah, the last time I had a barbecue was a long time ago. I couldn't remember.
I see. It seems that Vietnamese people do not normally have barbecue, right?
Yeah, that's correct.
You have to answer no. Phải chứ là no mới đúng nha. You have to answer
Yeah,
no,
yeah.
not yeah.
Yeah. Yes, I
Okay,
know.
no, Vietnamese people don't often have barbecue. No, Vietnamese people don't often have barbecue. How about you, Tường? You remember the last time you had a barbecue?
Well, actually, that we do not usually have barbecue at home because we do not have enough like equipment or tools to have a barbecue picnic at home. So we tend to like go outside to eat barbecue at some food stalls instead. And I remember the last time I
Food
had
stall.
barbecue with yeah, the last time I had barbecue with my family, also my cousins, were on that holiday.
It was during a Tet holiday, right?
Yeah.
I see. So what did you do? You remember how it was?
Mm, so the barbecue at the food stall over there is quite good. Was quite good. Like I liked the meat and the texture they made them. But the sauce, salad, and the mixture that they served to us, and also I liked the service too because although that the food stall at that time were quite crowded, like they're full with customers, but the
Yes.
service was good. Yeah, the the waiters and the waitresses were quite friendly and like have a taking taking care of us really well. Yeah, so it was a really good enjoyment.
I see. So tell me, Mr. Trung, would you prefer to have a barbecue with your family or your friends, and why?
Okay. I would prefer to have a barbecue with my family, I think. You know,
Is that all?
uh,
Task one, come on, we need at least
okay,
like
yeah, yeah.
two, three sentences. Remember?
I know, with my family because normally a barbecue is um, the we have a barbecue in the garden or the
Mm-hmm.
backyard. So I think barbecue is more related to family rather than friends. And if I want to have something like a party with friends, I would not have the barbecue. I drink liquors. It's that.
You would bring them to like a party, right?
Yeah.
Bring them to club, bring them to restaurant, something like that, I think. I don't think barbecue is a thing for the Vietnamese culture at all, to be honest with you. It has just started to become a new addition to our activities, but I don't think it has been a long tradition at all. Or in fact, I rarely see
Oh.
Vietnamese family doing barbecue. I only see Vietnamese people doing barbecue when they are in America, for example. They do that, yeah. Okay, so did you have barbecue when you were a child?
Oh, well, like let me remember. Well, I suppose I didn't experience having a barbecue when I was a child because I could have any memories about having barbecue with my family or my friends when I was a child. So I guess that we didn't normally have barbecue at home. Yeah, but I guess that I did have barbecue when I was a child, but not too often.
All right, so Mr. Trung, do people in your country like to have barbecues at all? What do you think?
No, yeah. In my country, because the barbecue is not a common thing, it's more related to the Western culture. So,
Of course, it's
I
very
think,
much Western, you know.
yeah, yeah. So I don't think people in my country like to have barbecues, but they do enjoy it for a few times, to satisfy their curiosity.
To satisfy their
Curiosity.
curiosity. Very good.
Uh, okay, that's one reason. That I can think why people in my country would like to have barbecues. Yeah.
Okay, good. Now tell me. So, maybe it's better to go to part 2 now. This class always much more ready than IELTS 40 though, because today I want to test the speaking of that class. I feel like they have not spoken English for like a week, and then it was tough for them to basically open, and talk. But this class is different. I have higher expectation for this class, and I hope that you guys will take exam soon and achieve a high band score so I can put all of your name on my Hall of Fame. No kidding. Không đùa. Alright, so let's go to part 2 now. Let's see. 28 then. Okay, let's do 28. Describe an occasion that you lost when you lost your way. Miêu tả một cái dịp mà lúc đó bạn đã lạc đường. You lost your way. You should say where you were. Lúc đó bạn ở đâu vậy? What happened? Điều gì đã diễn ra? How you felt? Bạn đã cảm thấy thế nào? Explain how you found your way. Giải thích bạn tìm thấy đường như thế nào. And you have part 3 of getting lost. Cái part 3 này nói về cái chuyện mà lạc đường là getting lost. What are some reasons why people get lost? Có những lý do tại sao con người ta lại bị lạc hay không? So think about the fact that some people are just naturally that way, you know. Một số người họ sinh ra họ đã có dễ lạc đường người khác rồi. Like and they do not pay attention to their surroundings or something like that, or they do not know how to use Google Earth or maps, you know. They don't know how to read maps. Or some people, they just, they don't know the way, just like that. So you should answer that question and then try to give examples, okay? Nên cho thêm ví dụ làm nó dồi dào, phong phú hơn cái câu trả lời của mình. Like for example, when you travel, khi mình đi du lịch chẳng hạn, or when people go to the places that they don't know about, đến những nơi mà họ không biết nơi đó là như thế nào. Okay, next question. Why do some people get lost more easily than others? Tại sao một số người họ bị lạc dễ dàng hơn những người khác? What's that? Oh, you went off at 9:30? Oh, you have to go to your country, your hometown for paperwork? Okay, sure. By the way, I don't know, Mr. Trung, where's your hometown? I don't know where Trung's hometown is. Anyway, Next question. How can people find their way when they are lost? Con người ta tìm đường khi mà họ bị lạc như thế nào? Like how? And do you think it's important to do some preparation? To do some preparation before you travel to new places. Bạn có nghĩ là chuẩn bị trước khi mà mình đi tới một nơi mới là một điều quan trọng không? Like preparation, like to read more about the place, to prepare food, to prepare to have some contact at a new place or something like that, you know. Read more about the places, what could be the problems at a new place, what could be the things, where to eat, where to stay, something like that, you know. Is it an important thing? Or people should not prepare at all to, you know, so that it's totally new when they travel, you know. Tùy người, có người thì thích là prepare trước, có người thì mặc kệ, cứ tới đâu tới. Alright, so try to do 28, okay? 28 now. Okay, time to do it. Mr. Trung, please describe an occasion when you lost your way.
Yeah, there's one occasion when I lost my way.
Occasion.
Yeah. So there was one occasion when I lost my ways. I could not remember when, but I could remember where. Okay, the situation is I was traveling with my bike and I went into a forest. Okay, for me, a person who has been living in the city for a long time, it's really hard to navigate through the forest because all around me there were trees and they all look similar. So at that time, I felt a little, um,
Yes, how do you feel?
a little terrific. Oh no, I feel a little
Terrified,
panicked.
I was panicking.
Yeah, I was panicking, and uh, I and I got a little frustrated because I don't know how to
I
find
didn't
the
know because I
way.
didn't know.
How to find a way out of the forest, or with trees and everything looking similar around me.
Everything
Okay,
looks so
so
similar around me.
yeah, and after a few minutes, mm, uh, a dozen of minutes, as I can remember, to decide which way is the right one, and someone came to me. All right. And he said that this forest was like a big
Haunted.
garden.
Rừng
No,
này có
I'm
ma.
not.
This forest was haunted.
Okay. That would be very shocked.
Eerie.
Yeah,
Eerie. Scary.
yeah.
Yes.
It was daytime, by the way, so uh, I couldn't think of that possibility. So, yeah.
You couldn't think of
But
that possibility, I see.
but if it had been nighttime, okay, that would be scary. And someone came to me, and he said that this this his old garden, okay, like he has a big lot, okay, and he didn't know what to do with that, so he just leave the tree uh, for them to grow in the lot. And with a couple of instructions, he
Instruction, what happened? Next.
he guides me out
He
of the
guided me. He guided me.
yeah, yeah, out of the forest or his own garden, to be correct. Yeah.
Interesting. Okay, good. Well, I believe that sometimes we need to be lost in a nature, you know. Sometimes, sometimes you're lost in nature, so, or you're lost somewhere. It actually when you really feel alive, you know. So in 2013, I was traveling to Czech Republic, and then with my parents, and then there was an accident. I mean, and then everyone has to evacuate to a new train. You know, everyone had to do that. And then my parents and me, we got separated in that day, and only at midnight on the same day do I see them. Did I see them again? You know. So I'm
Uh,
sure they lost their way too, and I lost my way when I have to find them. You know, was scary. Was 10 years ago, and to find a way in Czech Republic in a train station, it was quite scary too. That was when I was 24, I think. Yeah, 24, 10 years ago. Anyway, okay. So please, your turn to describe an occasion when you lost your way.
Oh, so 1 year ago when I was in grade 10, I was invited to my friend's birthday party, and that was one of my newest friend in high school. So that was the first time I gone to her house, and her house was is located in the district Gavak district. So it was a long distance from my house. Because my dad was kind of busy at that time, so I couldn't ask him to give me a lift to my friend's house, so I had to go there by my own. I followed the instructions of Google Map, and maybe that it was something wrong, or I went wrong, so I got lost in a really empty valley. I got
Oh
lost
yeah,
in a really empty valley.
thung lũng đúng
Yeah,
không? It's actually an empty valley. It's just weird.
out.
Anything else?
Yeah, and then I was kind of scared, and I was totally panicked when I realized that I just couldn't find a way out of there. But fortunately, that I tried to get off my nerves, and I asked a lady um, to direct me to my friend's house, and luckily that she knew the way to my friend's house, and gave me directions and instructions to go there. So yeah.
Okay, it sounds like a legit story. Now let's move on to part three now, Mr. Jones. So, what are some reasons why people get lost? What do you think?
yeah, right. Okay, so um, yeah, so sometimes we get lost, or people get lost on their way, um, because of some reason. First one can be they were distracted by something
Or
that they
distracted
could
by
not
something.
that they could not uh, focus on their way.
Focus on.
They could not focus on their way, so they got lost. Uh, uh,
Or also, I
uh,
think it could be because they are in unfamiliar territory.
uh,
So, they are in unfamiliar places or territory. Họ ở những cái lãnh thổ hoặc những cái vùng đất mà không quen thuộc. I think that could be a very good reason for getting lost, I think. What do you think?
yeah, yeah. Uh, Okay, the second reason is that people get lost because they are not in their familiar territory. Uh, yeah, it's obvious that when people in a strange place, or everything look unfamiliar to them, they could not recognize uh, where to go.
Yeah, couldn't
which
recognize where to go and
which direction to follow, so they get lost. Ah, okay. And okay. Last but not least, another reason why people get lost can be they allow themselves to get lost.
they allow themselves to get
uh,
lost.
yeah.
Interesting,
It
because
was.
sometimes life is full of unexpected things, right? So sometimes people allow themselves to get lost so they can feel more alive, so they're out of their comfort zone, ra khỏi vùng an toàn, and then to feel really alive, cảm thấy thật sự là sống. When you are not safe, when you are in danger, something, that's when you feel alive, Sometimes people allow themselves to get lost, sometimes. Because life is boring. Sometimes getting lost is really exciting, Đôi khi là cuộc đời nó nhàm chán quá. Lạc một lúc đi cho nó vui. Yeah, sometimes it's like that. Okay, so what do you think, Miss Tường? Why do some people get lost more easily than others?
Well, I think it is because like they just cannot handle the abstract thought and maps. Like some people just are not really good at reading maps, and they do not know exactly the directions or the ways to go to the places that they intended to go there. And I think that the latter are more likely to get lost because they lack a sense of direction, and they just follow by their thinking that the way is correct, and then they get lost easily because they just cannot identify or identify the way that they're going into.
Or sometimes when the place changes too fast, I think. Because sometimes places they change, but on the map it has not updated yet. Trên cái map nó chưa cập nhật. On the map, things have not updated yet. Things were not updated yet. But the place actually changed already. The situation can happen, for example, in the city, many restaurants and cafes, they open and they are closed permanently. And so it's like one place, like a cafe. You see it on Google Map, yeah? But after 1 month or something, if you try to find that same place, you don't see it anymore, right? Because either they went out of business, nghỉ làm luôn, nghỉ bán luôn. Either they went out of business or they moved to a new place. We don't know, right? So that situation can make people lost their way sometimes, and things can be complicated because of the address. Bởi vì cái địa chỉ đó nha. Sometimes the address is not very clear, right? And it can cause confusion, right? Đôi khi cái địa chỉ nó không rõ ràng, nó có gây ra sự rối cho người khác. Like for example, Cách mạng tháng 8 is a very long road in Ho Chi Minh City, right? It's basically, I think 25 or something kilometer. So 10, 20,000 or maybe 100,000 houses were on that road. I think a lot. And the way they put the address, the numbering, it's really weird. Cái cách mà đánh số, the numbering, the way they number the houses is really weird. So sometimes it's difficult to find the right place, right? Not only that, the local people sometimes they don't know the way themselves, and they guide you in a wrong way as well, Người dân địa phương nhiều khi không biết đường nữa, mà nhiều khi họ là chỉ sai nữa nhé. So that's why people can get lost very easily. Okay, so Mr. Trung, how can people find their way when they are lost?
Okay. Nowadays, it's easier to find way when people get lost than in the past. Uh, with the help of smartphone, um,
Yes.
now we have the Google Map or a lot of navigation maps to assist people to find their way when they get lost. For example, take Google Map for example, is with the mobile data uh, and the location service turned on, people
Yes.
could easily
Unless
locate
people are so
themselves.
stingy and they don't pay for mobile data.
Yeah,
Nếu con người ta quá keo kiệt, quá stingy, nó sẽ không trả tiền mobile data.
yeah.
Unless people are so stingy and don't want to pay for mobile data, and there's no Wi-Fi around.
Okay. So
Hey,
yeah.
does mobile data work when you are out of the city?
No, no, no.
It
Because
doesn't work.
no, no, it still works.
So you have to say yes, it still work.
Yeah. Yes. Yeah.
Yes, it still work.
Yeah.
Cái dụ yes no này bị dính hoài luôn nha. Yes, it still work, okay? Alright, so tell me. So, Miss Tường, do you think it's important to do some preparation before you travel to new places?
I think yeah, of course. Like if we are in a tight budget, so planning ahead is going to serve as well, and we will save time and money buying tickets for attractions online, and we will be able to book accommodations ahead of time, and and like save time on finding hotels or homestays or anywhere, any places that you want to stay in during your journey or holiday.
Right.
And we will be able to maximize our holiday time when we like minimize our commute time.
Right. So tell me, how about like finding deals? Like people before they go to another place, they could find deals, deal on hotel and restaurants. So that could also help them, how can I say, save money on their travel as well.
Yeah.
Những cái deal lúc mà đi du lịch á, it helps greatly actually. Okay, so Mr. Trung, what do you think? Do you think it's important to do some preparation before you travel to new places? Hmm?
Hi.
Hello, Mr. Trung, are you there?
Yeah, yeah, I'm listening.
Okay.
Okay, so
You think it's necessary to do some preparation before people travel to a new place?
yeah, I think it's a must to do some preparation before it a must.
People must do some preparation before they.
It a must, okay, to do some preparation before you travel to a new place. Uh, take for example, we need to be okay. So we need to make some good preparation for the finance, and for the finance. Okay, to be correct, and the route. Right? Uh, because if we make the good preparation we have already planned, when we arrive at the place we stick to the plan and no need to do some search or do any more calculation. Therefore we could save a lot of money and effort and just enjoy our trip as planned.
Yeah, and then they can prevent like surprises that they don't want to have, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Like for example, preparation. For example, you should pack some medication as well. Because when you travel to new places, sometimes you need medication immediately. For example, if you have a headache, or if you have a stomachache, you need immediate like pills for that, right?
Yeah.
Or you should know beforehand what about the situation of security in that city, tình huống về an ninh ở cái vùng đó chẳng hạn. So you know beforehand what to expect. Alright, so let's go to number 29 now. Describe a toy you liked in your childhood. Okay, you can see this one for yourself. And then part 3 about toys. Also, you can read it, yes. And then have some time to prepare for it. Mr. Please describe a toy you liked in your childhood, please.
Well, actually, I loved playing with toys when I was a child. And in fact, I had a room full of toys where I spent most of my time after returning from school.
After
And
what?
yeah, one of my favorite toys was a Barbie doll. It was a gift by my parents on my
Mm-hmm.
sixth birthday.
On your
Um,
6th birthday, I see.
birthday, and if I remember well, it was packed in a beautiful pink box when my parents gave it to me, and the box had like the title, right? I don't remember. Like the box had a title, the birthday pink Barbie, written on the top of it. And when I opened the box, I saw a very pretty Barbie doll wearing a pink dress with matching shoes and some additional accessories. And I fell in love with the doll the moment I saw it. And to be honest, I play with my doll every day after returning from school. I loved to change its dress and brush its hair. Because I didn't have any siblings when I was in grade one,
Now you
so
do have
I
sibling.
yeah, so I barely don't have any friends after school. So I treated the doll as my best friend and used to have like conversations with the doll and share my daily school activities or my daily life stories with it. And
Okay,
yeah, that doll remained my favorite toy for several years before I moved up to secondary school.
I see, I see. Very good. Mr. Trung, please describe a toy you liked in your childhood, please.
Yeah. Um, like many children, I had a lot of toys in my childhood, but there's one toy I really love and I could remember until now is one blue bear.
Blue
Uh,
bear. Con gấu xanh.
yeah, yeah. All right. When I was a child, I don't have
A
any
child,
a
as a
child.
child.
I don't have any brother
I
or
didn't have
sister.
any.
Brother, I
I didn't
didn't
have any
have.
brothers or sisters, so
Yeah, so I keep that bear as a friend, a companion. Uh,
okay.
okay. Yeah. So, um, actually, I could not remember when I received it. Okay, so when I think of my childhood, it just it's just there. Okay, I couldn't remember who gave it to me. Really, because I was too young to remember about anything. But one thing is remember. But one thing that I remember is when looking back to my childhood, it's the first toy that appears in my mind. Right? Yeah, and I think these toys gives me the reason why I love to play with the pets like the dogs or the
Dogs
cats.
and cats, right?
Yeah, okay, that's it.
I have
Yes.
three.
Yeah,
I have three now
sometime,
in my
yeah,
house.
yeah, sometime, just a thing in our childhood that can shape our habits in the future. Yeah, that's
Okay, I think so too. So, Mr. Please, how do advertisements influence children? What do you think? Làm thế nào những cái mẫu quảng cáo có ảnh hưởng đến trẻ nhỏ? Think about the fact that children are easily affected and they will try to make their parents buy toys for them, you know. So through children, companies can make a lot of profits. And think about the fact that children cannot differentiate between advertisements and reality very well, you know. Something like that, you know. Please, Mr. Please, hello. Your microphone's on, please.
Oh,
Okay,
hi.
so how do advertisement influence children, please?
Well, I think that advertisement can be a
it's
source of information for children. Like some certain advertisements, especially uh, the public service announcements, like innovations, present innovations, and um, technological milestones that can offer a good learning opportunity to children. Like when they have commercials on TV about some of the learning apps or websites that children can study with, I think it's kind of a good source of information for children.
Uh-huh.
And also that some advertisements may also have motivating content that can like encourage children to
That can
choose a
encourage children to.
profession or chase like a specific dream. Like they can help them develop a passion for the same and like work towards it from a young age.
Right. Work towards it from a young age, I see. So, Mr. Trung, please. So, should advertising aimed at children be prohibited? Prohibited mean ban, because this is a story I told you before. Like children, they cannot really differentiate between advertisement or reality. So, a lot of companies they try to advertise their products in a very fancy way that make children really want to buy them, but it's bad for them or bad for the parents, so sometimes company they advertise things that can be harmful for children. For example, many type of candies can be harmful for children as well, you know, or any many form of new toys, you know. So what do you think, Mr. Trung? Should advertising aimed at children be prohibited? Like when I was a
okay. Yeah,
child, they don't exactly advertise, but I see them a lot of like Chinese toys, you know, sold on the street, you know, and they're so cheap, something like that.
okay. I don't think advertising aimed at children should be prohibited.
Prohibited.
Uh, Prohibited. It's fun to look at, you know.
Uh-huh.
Uh, and sometimes it gives the children an illusion. Okay,
Illusion.
that yeah, something good, something fancy
Uh-huh.
associated with the toys, and the parents can use that toys to encourage their children to do something for them, like to study hard, to do the
Study hard. You
housework.
have decent dad, right?
Yeah. Okay.
Well, that's
Uh,
what Vietnamese parents have always promised the children, but then they fail to deliver. You know, they fail to deliver the promise.
yeah. So
They
that's
fail to deliver. Họ thất bại trong chuyện
so
mà thực hiện lời hứa. They fail to deliver. So,
so that another story. Okay, that's another problem related
well, that's
to
another problem. You're right.
family issue, right? Okay.
Family issue.
Yes, but I think advertising aimed at children is fun to look at. It give the children an illusion and a motivation to do the things harder, something they can dream
To
about, and it
study
is good.
harder, to try
Uh,
harder, to achieve a dream, something like that, you mean?
uh, yeah, and even after they see the TVC, the commercial of the advertisement on TV, they can have a good dream about that. You think
Yeah.
so?
There's
This give
nothing
them
wrong with having a
dreams.
good dream about something, isn't
Yeah,
it?
yeah. Okay, yeah. So I think we should not uh, prohibit
We should
advertising
not prohibit
amateur.
that.
Yeah.
We should not prohibit
Okay.
that.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay. So, Mr. Do you think the types of toys that children play affect their development? Like, for example, if children play with like Lego, for example, or building blocks, you know what building block is, right? Mấy cái khối xây dựng á, mấy cái khối để đắp lên xây dựng lên xây lên đầu này đầu kia, thứ này thứ kia, like building blocks like Lego to put on each other to build things. They can play with puzzle, you know, những giải đố. They can play with iPad, of course, and they can play with many kind of toys, right? But these days, I think mostly iPad. Okay, so Mr. Do you think the types of toys that children play affect their development?
Mm, so I think that it does, like the toys that children tends to play with really like have an impact on the children's development. Like so because toys play a big role in children's development, and it helps to develop their motor and sensory skills, and also their identifying abilities. And so when children, for example, if the children are told to play with Legos or puzzles or some kind of healthy uh, hobbies like chess or crosswords, they will like improve their
Logic
critical
skill,
think.
critical
Yeah, the
thinking
logic.
skill, or logic. Yeah.
Yeah. So besides that, if the children play a lot with modern technology like iPad or iPhone, laptops, that it will have another big influence on
Influence,
on
a big
on
influence
children.
on
Yeah, on the
another big
development of
influence on
on
influence.
influence on the development of the children too. So I think it really affects toys or types or kinds of toys that children are allowed to play with really affect and have a big impact on their development.
Development. Yeah. And the development. Okay. Good. Good. So, Mr. Trung, please. So, what's the difference between toys that children play now and those they played in the past? What do you think?
Ah, I think one difference between the toys children play now and those they play in the past is that in the past toys were more simple, and nowadays
Simple
toy
or
simple. Okay,
simple?
yeah, and present toys are more complicated.
Complicated.
Uh, uh, Like in the past, we have only the bones, the building blocks, the car. Yeah, it's really simple. And at present, people can play with like the iPad, the smartphone, and they even play toy in the iPad. Okay, okay,
Well, it's all
uh,
technological toys, maybe.
yeah.
I mean, it's all games, though. But
That
what you meant is that they play more with devices, but they don't play with physical toys, right?
yeah,
You know what I mean? Physical toys. Những cái đồ chơi mà nó thật sự, đồ chơi vật lý, tức là những cái đồ chơi mà thật sự nó trước mặt nó chứ không phải là trong màn hình á. Like the real
yeah,
toys in front of them, not just like on the screen, you know? You know what I mean?
right.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got that. Yeah, right. Uh,
Okay.
uh,
Anything else?
and because the toy in the past were more simple, uh, uh, children needed to be creative to find different ways to play with their toy, and this encouraged them to develop their own creativity. And nowadays,
Creativity.
yeah, and
Develop their
nowadays,
own creativity.
yeah. And nowadays the toys they play on the the device uh,
Devices, yeah.
devices. Okay, uh, there's not much they can do about that because on the device uh,
On those
s-
devices, they are everything in there, right?
yeah, the solution is limited. Okay, they are allowed to there's things they are allowed to do, there's things they are not allowed to do. So I think
So
there's a
you
big
mean
difference with.
there's less room? You mean there is less room for um, freedom or creativity?
Yeah, that's correct. Okay. Uh,
You mean there less room for creativity and freedom of choice? Có ít
yeah,
cái
yeah,
không gian để mà sáng tạo và cái sự tự do lựa chọn à? Is that what you mean?
yeah. That's what I mean. Yeah,
Well, it could be different. You never know. Maybe it depends on what kind of toy they play with. I mean, what kind of program they play with on those iPad, on those devices. You know,
hmm.
it depends. But I get your point. Sometimes it happened that way too. So, Mr. Do you think parents should buy more toys for their children or spend more time with them? Mr. Your phone, please. Your microphone.
Oh, so I think that it's true that these days parents, tend to be um, occupied with work and as a result spend less time with their kids or sorry for their
Children.
children with their children
Mỗi lần kid bị trừ 0,25 đi.
and buying a lot of toys is considered as a convenient way to make up for that lost time. But actually, I believe nothing can replace an actual care or love from the parents. So I think that parents should balance between buying toys and spending times with their children because both of the things are quite important in for a child. So because children do need toys to improve their creativity and critical thinking skills, and they do need the care or the love from the parents too. So I think that parents should buy some toys and then play the toys with their children to to have a connection between the parents and the children. Yeah.
I understand what you mean by that. Okay, right. Mr. Trumi, you have something to do right now. You can go now.
Okay, yeah, thank you so much. Happy weekend and have a good new week.
Remember to do your writing, okay?
Yeah, I remember that. Thank you for
Remember, you have
reminding
writing
me.
to do. And also, the last writing was actually a disaster. So you guys should watch the video very carefully again and try to redo that, okay?
Yeah.
No kidding. Alright,
Bye.
so you can go now. Okay, so Miss Tường, let's do one more and then we'll end the video, okay? So let's do 30. Let's do 30. You should turn on your microphone. Okay. Describe a time when it is important to tell your friend a truth. Miêu tả một cái thời điểm mà rất là quan trọng để mà nói cho cái người bạn của bạn một cái sự thật nào đó. You should say when it was. Lúc nào vậy? When who your friend is. Bạn của bạn là ai vậy? What the truth was. Cái sự thật đó là gì? Explain why you think it was important to tell your friend the truth. Giải thích tại sao bạn nghĩ nói cho bạn mình biết được cái sự thật là một điều quan trọng. And then you have part 3 of truth. Do you think telling truth is important? Bạn có nghĩ nói sự thật là một điều quan trọng không? And important for whom, you know? Quan trọng với ai? And you should give examples. Do you think we should tell the truth at all times? Bạn có nghĩ là lúc nào cũng nên nói sự thật không? Just remember that one. Truth hurts. Remember that? Truth hurts. Sự thật sẽ gây đau đớn đấy. Sự thật mất lòng. Truth hurts. So think about situation when doctors have to talk to a patient. If they have like a deadly disease that they cannot survive for a long time, what would the doctor say? Vì bệnh hiểm nghèo chẳng hạn thì bác sĩ nói gì với bệnh nhân? Should they tell the truth? Should they tell the patient that okay, you have a few months to live? That's the truth. Or they should tell the patient that just go home and eat everything you want and do whatever you feel like doing, because the disease is no more, or something like that. Should they lie? So there's something called white lie, lời nói dối trắng, lời nói dối không có hại. There's something called white lie, you know. It's different from like, you know, harmful lies that are harmful. Nó khác biệt với những cái lời nói dối mà nó gây hại. So white lies can actually help people to feel better. Những lời nói dối trắng vô hại có thể giúp con người ta cảm thấy tốt hơn. Because you know, I think human beings, we love to hear fancy words, you know. We love to hear lies even though we know that they are not true. Con người ta vốn bản chất là vậy, thích nghe lời hay ý đẹp, thích nghe lời mà ngọt ngào, mặc dù biết là nó là nói dối. So think about that. Should we tell the truth at all times? Có phải lúc nào cũng nên nói sự thật không? Okay, next question. How do you know when others are telling lies? Làm thế nào bạn biết được khi người khác đang nói dối? Okay, think about the content of what they say. Think about their body posture. Body posture, nó là cái tư thế của cơ thể. Tư thế cơ thể đang hướng nào? Like body posture, if they look straight into your eyes, nhìn thẳng vào mắt người khác, if they look straight into your eyes or not. Or if say what they are talking about is consistent, you know, nó đồng nhất, những thứ mà họ nói nó có đồng nhất với nhau không, hay là thứ này thứ kia nghe nó chở nhau, nghe nó vô lý. Or if whatever they say, is it consistent, or this sentence is not consistent with another sentence, or it doesn't make sense at all, something like that, you know. You should think about it. Okay, do you think it's more important to win a game? You know, win a game could be by cheating or any way, or follow the rules in sports. This question is to do with being honest, you know. Cái câu này liên quan đến chuyện là phải chân thật, thành thật. Bạn có nghĩ là thắng một cái trò chơi nào đó có thể là bởi vì mình gian lận chẳng hạn thì là quan trọng hơn, hay là cái chuyện tuân theo các điều luật trong thể thao là quan trọng hơn? Cái nào quan trọng hơn? So which one is more important? So you should think about this one. Okay, Mr. Please describe a time when it's important to tell your friend a truth.
Well, I think that telling the truth sometimes is, sometimes telling someone the truth is not really comfortable because it will ruin a relationship. But sometimes that telling a truth to someone is a really good way to help them. So I like to talk about a time when I told a truth to my friend about his behavior with his parents. He was my old neighbor when I was in my old house, and we were best friends, and we also live in the same neighborhood. And we tend to spend times outside rather than in each other's home, like solving puzzles, riding bikes, or hanging out sometimes. I knew him very well, but I didn't know his behavior with his parents, especially with his mom,
Mother.
until with his mother,
Trừ không
until
lầm.
the until the last year lockdown. And last year, like during the lockdown due to COVID-19, I used to go to his house. Before that time, I only went there for a purpose and for some period of time. And that time, I noticed his behavior with his mother was kind of bad, and it was the first time thus. I thought it's no way to, interrupt or to be related to, because this is not my house and it's out of my business.
It's not my family, it's not my business. It wasn't
Yeah,
my place, it wasn't my place, it wasn't my business, it wasn't my family to deal with.
yeah. But however, I've seen it so regularly, and whenever I see the time that I was kind of confused and regretful not to say to my friend about his bad behavior to his parents.
Not to
And
talk
so
to my
one day,
friends, not to talk to my friend about his behavior, I think.
yeah,
To talk to someone about
uh,
something, yeah. Alright, so let's do top
yeah.
3 of truth. Miss Tường, do you think telling truth is important?
Mm, I think that Yeah, I think that telling the truth matters, and it's good to help people to believe or trust in each other. And whenever we tell the truth, we can gain some belief from the partners,
You
or
mean
to
people will gain some
gather
trust in
between.
people, right? To gain some trust in people,
Yeah.
right? To
Mm-hmm.
gain trust in people. We can gain people's trust. Okay. Alright, so do you think we should tell the truth at all times?
Well, honestly, telling truth, shows you care for others, but we just not tell truth all the time, because sometimes the truth may hurt the feelings of the listeners. It does not mean that you should tell lies to others. In fact, you can hide the truth for some time and try to express it into a more positive ways to the partners, because sometimes that uh, the lines just can help the
Can
people
help
to,
the person who hear it, right?
yeah, to look on the bright side of the
Gonna.
life. Going to.
Going to. Sometimes the lie is going to help sometimes. Because sometimes the lies can provide a false belief, but it can lead to a good result, right?
Yeah.
A false belief, một cái lòng tin sai nhưng mà nó lại dẫn đến kết quả tốt. For example, if someone believes, if you tell someone that they can achieve what they want, they will have that belief and they will try hard to achieve what they want. So in the end, they might achieve it, you know?
Wow.
So, you know, if people truly believe in something, they can achieve it. It's the power of the mind, you know, là sức mạnh của cái trí óc suy nghĩ của cái lòng tin đó. The power of belief. So, what do you think? How do you know when others are telling lies?
For my experience, I get to know that someone is telling a lie by their facial expressions or their body languages. Like for example, people start sweating or avoiding eye contact when they're lying.
Eye contact, very good. Avoiding eye contact, very good. Tránh tương tác bằng mắt. They avoid eye contact, very good.
They just cannot look straight to the speakers when it just cannot look straight to the listeners, the one who are hearing it, because they do not the partner to realize that telling lie. Yeah, so I think that there's some physical expressions from the bodies and their facial expressions that can tell if someone is lying or not.
True, very good, very good. Okay, so do you think it's more important to win a game or follow the rules in sports?
Well, actually, I'm not really sure about my answer, but as far as I believe, winning the game without rules or by cheating is not fair enough. Like deserving
it's
people.
Never fair. It's never fair. Life is never fair, you know.
Deserving people will not get the chance to showcase their abilities. But sometimes I rarely play sports, but sometimes I watch the matches, the football matches. I can see some of the footballers trying to cheat to
Ý kéo dài. Trying to cheat.
to score or to goal. So, but although I think it's not a really good way to play sports or any games. So yeah, although the result is quite important and the prizes or the awards, but following the rules is even more important, and it helps you have a
yes, to have a integrity. You know what integrity is? Check for this word, integrity. Integrity có được cái gọi là cái sự tự trọng, sự mà tôn trọng bản thân, like integrity, and people will respect you, you know. Có được cái sự tôn trọng người khác. Integrity. I don't know exactly what's the definition of this one. Let me check. Just Google translate it. What is integrity? Come on, this must be from English. Chính trực, sự chính trực. Like it means that you don't do anything wrong or illegal. You know, a person who never do something wrong or illegal. That's integrity. Sự chính trực của một người. Well, alright, so any question?
No.
Okay, we can end here. Okay, that's the end of my videos. Please like, share this video with your friends, subscribe to my YouTube channel, and press on the bell button next to the subscribe button so you can get notified about my new uploads, okay? You can also press follow my Facebook, but please don't add me on Facebook as friends, okay? Cảm ơn các bạn đã theo dõi nha. Các bạn hãy nhấn vào like, chia sẻ video này bạn bè các bạn. Nhấn vào nút đăng ký kênh YouTube mình và nút cái chuông kế bên cạnh để đăng ký kênh á, để mà các bạn sẽ được thông báo về những video mới nha. Các bạn cũng có thể nhấn vào nút theo dõi Facebook mình, nhưng nhớ đừng kết bạn Facebook mình nha. Thank you and see you. Bye.